to Boardwalk Hall and the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for tonight's main event. Scheduled for 8 rounds in the lightweight division. This should be a really good matchup here tonight. All that energy that we saw, it almost boiled over at the weigh-in yesterday. Now it gets to explode here in the ring. The Dragon's got his eye on the prize. He has complete focus on his ring walk here. The Sandman's on his way to the ring, and you can just tell what kind of night he intends this to be. He's just brimming with confidence.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
And they are underway. Round number 1 of this much anticipated scheduled 8-round bout. Well-placed double jab. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Now hugging on the inside. Just an excessive amount of holding here. Just much too much clinching. Missed the target with that hook. The Sandman's defense is paying off now. The Dragon showing you that sublime skill right now with that 2-punch combo. 10 seconds to go in this round. Here we go. Round 2 is underway. The Dragon's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Able to cover up that gut. The Dragon's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. The Sandman's getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand. Puts forth the hook, scores with it. Back to action here at the start of this round, which is just part of what has been a very evenly fought fight. One of those fights that's going to be very hard to score. The Dragon's not just loading up, he's landing combination punches like he did right there. The Sandman's lacking that jab there. He just hasn't committed to throwing it at all.
I mean, that's the most basic thing in the world, is to use that jab. That jab does so many things for you. Keeps the guy defensive, and obviously it sets up your offense.
Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Back to the head he goes. I like the way he went up top that time with the hook.
Look at him!
Last 10 seconds of round number 3. So as we start round 4, we reflect on the first 3, looking at Teddy's scorecard. The Dragons earned good marks, taking all 3 rounds.
Yeah, not eventful some of the rounds. Not a lot to separate the two guys, but I think that his jab has carried the day.
Oh, you see him with the left of the head there? The Sandman's inability to get away from his opponent's left hand is so evident.
And it's going to stay that way if he doesn't change something. He needs to move the other direction, away from that punch.
Solid uppercut. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by the Dragon. Round number 5 has arrived. The Dragon's dominance in the first half of this fight was pronounced. Now, as this round begins, a new task for him. Finish up the second half of this fight just as strong.
Yeah, that's a good point, Joe. His enemy is not only the guy in front of him, but it's being that he's got such a lead. You know, his enemy is having such great success so far. Does it get him a little bit into a lull? If he gets into a lull now, he could blow that first half of the fight, what he's done so well.
Clean shot with the right. The Dragon's just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. Good looking two-punch combination there. Flush shot, it was the overhand left. A little head hunting with the right. The Dragons landed a good, solid combination. Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. Committing well now to that left hand over the top. The Sandman's nailed by a hook. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. The Dragon's so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. Able to dismiss it.
That's okay. Pay him back. Come on, keep focused.
Good step back counter punch there.
Beautiful.
Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. The Sandman's able to land it. They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand.
Let it go.
Scored well up top. At the halfway point of round 7. The Sandman's on the wrong end of a razor-sharp hook. The Dragon's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination? Trying to cage him in that corner right there. I think his corner is looking over and just shaking their heads. They probably know which way this is going. The Sandman's trailing on Teddy's scorecard here at the beginning of round number 8. His punch volume, almost non-existent.
No, but the good news, that's the bad news. The good news, he's still in the fight because his opponent's punch volume just a little bit above non-existent.
I'm wondering what the opposing corner is going to do here. They got to their man earlier. They were able to rock him. And really, nothing's changed. He's showing them the same exact look, the same exact style that he came here with.
Well, first of all, the opponent should keep doing what he's doing. You know, you're landing, you found something that's working, stay with it until he changes.
And yet another right hand lands. The Sandman's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. How about a return to sender with the left hand?
Ahora, do that again.
Well, you should lose your judge's license if you have it any other way but the obvious here, Teddy.
Yeah, if they do that, I want to put those guys on a poster, a wanted poster, but you don't want them.
Here's our ring announcer. Seemed like he was destined to win throughout the fight. Teddy, your scorecard showed that, and the judges agree. Unanimous decision.
Yeah, he was destined to win because he kept using that jab all night long and outworking his opponent.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time.